Welcome to Quiz Circus. Test your Korean pop culture knowledge. You'll get 50 questions on Korean pop culture, including music, movies, dramas, celebrities, and more. You'll have just a few seconds to think, so stay sharp. Don't forget to share your final score in the comments. Are you ready? Let's start. Which K-pop group performed at the 2020 MTV VMAs with their song Dynamite? EXO, BTS, NCT 127, or Stray Kids? If you picked BTS, you nailed it. In the hit K-drama Crash Landing on You, where does the main character accidentally end up? Japan, North Korea, China, or the US? If you said North Korea, you're correct. Which Korean director won the Academy Award for Best Director in 2020 for Parasite? Kim Ki-duk, Lee Chang-dong, Bong Joon-ho, or Park Chan-wook? If you picked Bong Joon-ho, you got it. What Korean beauty product popularized the concept of 10-step skincare routines worldwide? Sheet masks, BB cream, Korean skincare, or cushion foundation? If you chose Korean skincare, you're spot on. Which K-pop dance move went viral worldwide with the song Sorry Sorry in 2009? Fire Shuffle, G-Wave, Sorry Sorry Hand Rub, or Ring Ding Dong Spin? If you picked Sorry Sorry Hand Rub, you're correct. Which iconic K-pop girl group is known for hits like I Am the Best and Fire? Wonder Girls, Girls' Generation, 2NE1, or Blackpink? If you chose 2NE1, you're correct. What Korean food is made by fermenting cabbage with chili pepper and spices? Bibimbap, tteokbokki, bulgogi, or kimchi? If you picked kimchi, you nailed it. In K-pop fandom culture, what does bias mean? Your favorite group, your favorite member in a group, your favorite song, or your favorite dance? If you chose your favorite member in a group, you're correct. Which K-drama made actor Gong Yoo internationally famous, especially on Netflix? Goblin, Itaewon Class, Vincenzo, or Hotel de Luna? If you picked Goblin, you're spot on. What Korean street food is made of chewy rice cakes in spicy red sauce? Japchae, tteokbokki, mandu, or hotok? If you chose tteokbokki, you're right. Here is a fun fact. Tteokbokki was once a royal dish, but today it's one of Korea's most popular street foods, often sold in food stalls near schools. What is your favorite Korean dish? Share it with us in the comments. Which K-pop group set a Guinness World Record for the fastest time to reach 1 million TikTok followers in 2019? Blackpink, TXT, Stray Kids, or NCT Dream? If you picked TXT, you're correct. In the hit drama Itaewon Class, what kind of business does Park Se-roe open? A bar, a bookstore, a restaurant, or a clothing shop? If you chose restaurant, you nailed it. Here is a fun fact. The restaurant in the drama became so iconic that a real one was opened in Seoul using the same name, Dunbum. Which K-pop soloist is known for the hit song 8, produced with BTS's Suga? Sunmi, IU, Hyuna, or Chungha? If you said IU, that's correct. What Korean skincare product combines foundation and skincare in a compact? BB cream, cushion foundation, essence, or face mist? If you picked cushion foundation, you're right. Here is a fun fact. The invention was inspired by the sponge of a Korean stamp pad, giving birth to a beauty product now sold worldwide. What is your favorite Korean skincare? Share it with us in the comments. Which variety show is often called the classroom comedy with idols dressed as high school students? One Night, 2 Days, Weekly Idol, Running Man, or Knowing Bros? If you chose Knowing Bros, you got it! Which K-pop girl group debuted in 2022 with the viral hit Attention? IVE, Kepler, New Jeans, or Les Seraphim? If you pick New Jeans, you nailed it! What Korean dish is marinated beef grilled at the table, often wrapped in lettuce? Bibimbap, bulgogi, kimbap, or jjajangmyeon? If you chose bulgogi, you're absolutely right. Which K-pop group's fandom is called MOA, short for Moments of Alwaysness, 17, ENHYPEN, TXT, or The Boys? If you picked TXT, that's spot on. Which K-drama follows a prosecutor who can travel back in time through mysterious phone calls to his past self? Signal, Tunnel, Voice, or Stranger? If you picked Signal, you're right on the mark. What sweet Korean pancake is filled with brown sugar, nuts, and cinnamon? Hotteok, bungyotang, kwabegi, or papingstu? If you picked hotteok, well done. Which K-pop group debuted in 2013 with the song No More Dream? Stray Kids, EXO, BTS, or NCT? If you picked BTS, you're absolutely right. Which Korean film tells the story of a mother trying to prove her son's innocence in a murder case? Mother, Burning, The Wailing, or Memories of Murder? If you chose Mother, you nailed it. Which K-pop girl group became the first to perform at the US music festival Coachella? Blackpink, Red Velvet, Twice, or ITZY? If you picked Blackpink, great choice. Which actor gained worldwide attention for his role in Squid Game as the mysterious frontman? Lee Jung-jae, Lee Byung-hun, Park Hae-soo, or Lee Ha-jun? If you chose Lee Byung-hun, that's correct. Which Korean beauty trend became famous for its multi-layered skincare routine that creates a naturally glowing look? Gradient lips, dewy glow, double cleansing, or matte finish? If you picked dewy glow, you're right on the money. Which K-drama features a Grim Reaper partnering with a hotel owner to guide lost souls? Guardian, Hotel del Luna, Doom at Your Service, or Tomorrow? If you picked Hotel del Luna, you're spot on. Which Korean dish is a sizzling stone bowl of rice, topped with vegetables, meat, and egg? Kimchi jjigae, bibimbap, tteokbokki, or taptae? If you picked bibimbap, you're correct. Here is a fun fact. The dish originated from Korean farmers mixing leftovers into one bowl. It's served on Korean air flights as an introduction to Korean cuisine. Which K-pop girl group released Cupid, the viral TikTok hit that topped global charts in 2023? 50/50, New Jeans, Kepler, or Stace? If you picked 50/50, well done! Which fashion brand is often nicknamed the Korean Supreme for its streetwear influence? Ader Error, This Is Never That, Anderson Bell, or Gentle Monster? If you chose Ader Error, you're right! Which Korean traditional garment inspired modern runway designs by brands like Dior and Louis Vuitton? Kimono, hanbok, aodai, or cheongsam? If you picked hanbok, you're correct! Which K-pop group became the first Korean act ever to perform on the Grammy Awards stage? EXO, NCT 127, BTS, or Seventeen? If you picked BTS, you're absolutely right! Which K-drama features a mysterious bookstore that only appears to those who truly need it? The King Eternal Monarch? It's Okay to Not Be Okay? Tale of a Nine-Tailed, or My Mister? If you picked It's Okay to Not Be Okay, you nailed it! Which K-pop group's fandom is called Stay? Stray Kids, 17, and Hypen, or Treasure? If you said Stray Kids, you got it. Which Korean film stars a father and son trapped in an apartment during a zombie outbreak? Hashtag Alive, Train to Busan, Peninsula, or The Wailing? If you chose hashtag Alive, you're correct! What's the meaning of the Korean slang daebak? Embarrassing, boring, awesome, or sad? If you picked awesome, daebak, you got it! Which K-drama features a lawyer with autism who works at a large law firm? Startup, Extraordinary Attorney Woo, Vincenzo, or Dr. Cha? If you picked Extraordinary Attorney Woo, that's correct! Here's something you might not know. The series broke Netflix's top 10 chart in over 50 countries. The drama increased awareness about autism representation in Korean media. Which K-pop girl group's choreography for Wannabe became famous for Ryujin's shoulder dance? IVE, Blackpink, ITZY, or Idol? If you said ITZY, you're right on the beat. Which Korean dish consists of thinly sliced raw beef, seasoned with sesame oil, soy sauce, and pear? Kimchi, yuko, bulgogi, or japchae? If you picked yuko, you're correct! Which K-pop boy band is known for their storyline concept called the Dream Chapter? TXT, NCT Dream, 17, or ENHYPEN? If you chose TXT, perfect answer! Which Korean festival celebrates the first full moon of the Lunar New Year with traditional games and rice dishes? Seongwol Daebarum, Chuseok, Seollal, or Dano? If you picked Jeongwol Daebarum, you're spot on! Here is a fun fact. People eat 5-grain rice and crack nuts for good luck on this day. Folk games like spinning fire cans light up the night sky. It's believed that whatever you do on this day sets the tone for your entire year. Which K-pop girl group released the empowering hit Queen Card in 2023? Blackpink, Idol, ITZY, or New Jeans? If you picked Idol, you nailed it! Which K-drama features a woman who starts a successful business after time traveling to her 20s? 2521, Reply 1988, Hometown Cha-Cha-Cha, or Startup? If you picked 2521, you're absolutely right. Which K-pop boy group's debut song, Crown, included lyrics about finding confidence through self-acceptance? ATEEZ, TXT, and Hypen, or Treasure? If you said TXT, that's correct. Which Korean street food is a fish-shaped pastry usually filled with red bean paste? Mandu, hoteok, bungeoppang, or gimbap? If you picked bungeoppang, you're correct. Which Korean actor starred in both The Heirs and The King Eternal Monarch? Gong Yoo, Lee Min-ho, Park Seo-joon, or Hyun Bin? If you picked Lee Min-ho, you're absolutely right. Here is a fun fact. Lee Min-ho gained international fame from Boys Over Flowers in 2009. He's the first Korean actor to have a wax figure at Madame Tussauds. Which Korean dish is made of cold buckwheat noodles served in an icy broth? Bibimbap, kimchi jjigae, naengmyeon, or japchae? If you said naengmyeon, you're right on target. Which K-pop girl group's song, Next Level, became a meme for its dramatic beat changes? IVE, Red Velvet, aespa, or NMIXX? If you picked aespa, that's the right answer. Which Korean drama follows a team of con artists who only scam corrupt businessmen? My Name, Vincenzo, The Great Show, or Mad Dog? If you said The Great Show, you're correct. What Korean slang word is often used to describe someone who looks effortlessly cool or charismatic? 애교, 짱, 오빠, or S-line? If you picked Jang, you got it. Which Korean holiday celebrates the harvest moon and includes gift-giving and family feasts? Chuseok, Seollal, Dano, or Buddha's birthday? If you picked Chuseok, you're spot on. That's the end of today's quiz. Well done for making it to the end. How many did you get right? Share your score in the comments. Do you know something cool we didn't mention? Add your fun fact down below. If you enjoyed the quiz, don't forget to like and subscribe for more.